Alright, ladies and gentlemen, back at you again. And we're going to talk about these games. And we're going to talk about what I think is going to happen. And let's go with the Cavaliers game. They went 7 games. I thought this series would be a very close series. And I had the Cavaliers winning the series. The Magic, they had me scared. They were up almost 20 points. But the Cavaliers were able to call some timeouts, slow them down. And like I said, it's one superstar versus 3. So I'll take 3 versus 1 all day, every day. That's basically what it is every single time. Orlando, they need another superstar. Banchero, he's a decent player. He gave you another 38 points. So he's consistently giving you 35 points or more this entire series. While you're getting 13 is your next highest scorer. And he's a center. You can't get shots made by anybody. You look at these shots. Look at this. Actually, free throws are good. They did good at the free throw line. Banchero didn't even shoot well. You got 1 for 15 from Wagner. He's supposed to be a role player, a starter. Wendell Carter went 5 for 10. You got 2 for 13 from Suggs. That ain't gonna get it done. So between 2 players, you missed 27 shots, roughly, give or take. 27, guys. You can't win a game when 2 of your starters combined miss 27 shots. And that's not even counting Banchero's, 18 on top of that? So you're missing, your starters combined are missing 50 shots. Imagine that. If you make a quarter of those shots, you win the ball game. So this team needs a shot maker other than Banchero. And he's not even a shot maker. He just knows how to score the basketball. Jonathan Isaacs, he's got good length, but he's been a disappointment. He's supposed to be a good player, but he can't give you anything. Marcus Fultz, same thing. Or Markelle, I mean. You can't get nothing out of his team. They had the viewership up, and they took your money, and that's what happened there. All right, next. This game right here, anybody that knows me, you know what the hell I'm about to say right now. Right now, this is all about Anthony Edwards. This brother is Michael Jordan in the flesh. This is his son. Alright, Jimmy Butler was Michael Jordan 2.0. This is Michael Jordan 3.0. He's only 22 years old. The NBA, they're going to capitalize on this. They ain't going to make the same mistake they made back in the 80s. They had Michael Jordan in the 80s. They could have rode that train all the way through 2000, but they waited till the 90s. They ain't going to do that this time. I know for a fact they're going to ride Anthony Edwards through this whole decade because LeBron's out the door. KD's out the door. Steph is out the door. All the superstars that we know, Kawhi, Paul George, they are all getting old. They are all past 34, 35. Think about Michael Jordan. His last run was at 35. Think about Kobe Bryant. His last run was at 32 years old. You think these guys are going to play forever? Hell no. The road stops here. Jokic started it last year, and Anthony Edwards is going to continue it. He's going to do what his father did. And he may surpass him. We won't know for another 10 to 15 years. But this brother is probably the best American player in the league. I think he's better than Jason Tatum. He's a little bit smaller, but he's more aggressive. And his first step is more aggressive, and it's faster, it's quicker, it's more explosive. You can't stop this brother when he takes a step. You think he's going left, he goes right, and then he shoots that jumper from the mid-range, and you can't stop him. Look at him right there. He looks just like Michael Jordan, brothers. That's genetics. You can't fake that. All you can do is make that, and that's what the hell he did. He went 17 for 29, 43 points. Does that remind us of somebody? Does that remind us of somebody at 22 years old? This brother is just getting started, and he doesn't even have a co-star. Imagine him with another brother that can actually play. Not his centers. His centers are ballers, but they're centers. There's only so much you can do as a center. You got 2 twin towers. If this shit doesn't work, they're going to get rid of Karl Anthony Towns. They must win this series or it's a disaster. I think Minnesota has a chance. They have a real chance of taking the bull by the horn and winning this series and winning the championship. If they can get through the Nuggets, I think they have enough to beat the Celtics because of the pure size they have. They got those two centers who can play defense and score the basketball. And we're not even talking about Anthony Edwards. And we're not even talking about Mike Conley, who still can ball. And you got players off the bench. You got Daniels, he can play defense. He's not an offensive player, but he can shut down anybody on the wing. So that means Jamal Murray is going to get shut down on anybody he chooses to play. And then Anthony Edwards is a damn good defender in his own right. I think I underestimated this team. This team is better than I thought. And I think this team can get it done. But I think the Nuggets are going to win game 2. I don't want to jump out the window. Game 1, Game 2, Game 3, feel-out games. After Game 3, it's showtime. So I think the Nuggets win Game 2. And I'll say the Timberwolves have a damn good chance of winning this series. This series is going 7 games. But I'll say one thing. The Nuggets looked weird. They spotted them 18 points in the first quarter. And in the second half, they looked weird. There was a time in the game where they just looked off-kilter. They looked tired. They looked all out of sorts. So I don't know. We're going to have to see what happens. I'll tell you this, though. If Minnesota goes up 2-0 on the road, I think they're in big trouble. The Nuggets are. So we leave it at that. But Anthony Edwards is the best American player right now, and he resembles Michael Jordan even more so than Jimmy Butler did. Jimmy Butler showed flashes, but this brother Anthony Edwards looks like Michael Jordan, brothers. He looks like Michael Jordan and Dwayne Wade had a baby. That's what he looks like. I'm not exaggerating. If you look at him play, just look at the way he moves. Look at the way he rises up. Look at the way he shoots, the way he passes, the way he plays defense, even the way he looks. He even has Michael's complexion, the dark skin, the smile, literally everything about him. If he shaved his head bald, he would look just like him. Tell me I'm wrong. You can't. Now we got 2 games today, right? We got the Pacers and the Knicks. I think that's going to be a tough series to call out. I really don't know which way to go. Nuggets, I already called this game out. I think the Nuggets are going to win game 2. But I want the Timberwolves to win, though. I think the Nuggets, they got their championship. Let's see some other teams win. I want the T-Wolves to win, but I think the Nuggets are going to win game 2. They're going to watch the film. They're going to clean some things up. I guarantee you game 2 looks different. And if it doesn't, the T-Wolves are going to win this because they're going to go back home up 2-0. It ain't going to look good. Now, on the Pacers side, I kind of want to take the Knicks because Anunoby plays such great defense. Jalen Brunson is a good scorer. Josh Hart plays great defense. They got great offensive rebounders everywhere. They are a hustle team. But on the same note, the Pacers, they got some firepower. They got some guys that can score. They got some speed. And they got some moxie. So I really don't know how to call game 1. The Knicks are at home. I think I might go Knicks just because of that. Even though that don't mean jack shit. You know what? Hold on 1 second. I'm going to pick the Pacers, guys. I think the Pacers are going to come in and win game 1. Everyone's going to pick the Knicks just because of what I said. Because they look better. They sound better. They've played better. But I think the NBA is going to turn the tables on people. And I think it's just going to look a little bit different. They're going to let the Pacers win game 1, I think. And then they'll let the Knicks win game 2. In my opinion, we're going to come back and talk and see if I was wrong, if I got some time. But this brother Anthony Edwards, he is the third coming of Michael Jordan. And even Michael Jordan said himself, the only player that plays close to him is Anthony Edwards. There's a reason he said that, because he knows that's his son. That means he had to have had this son in the 2000 season when he was playing for the Wizards, the 01 season. He must have slept with some woman. I don't know who the mother is. And this is the child that came about. Stay tuned, guys. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.